Guess what we're not doing in 2025? We're not breaking the bank to buy makeup products. So get ready with me using MUA Cosmetics. Today's look is very girly, very soft on the eyes, not too much going on. And if you want to see how I got this look, keep watching. We're just going to go right into it. So the product I'm using is from MUA Cosmetics. So this is a full face of MUA Cosmetics. One thing I love about this brand is that it's very, very affordable. So it's beginner friendly, and of course advanced makeup artists also can use the product, because I believe it's how you apply the product, not the value of the product. I'm just using the banana brightening primer, and honestly it smells like banana. Imagine you have banana on your face. That's how it smells like. It smells delicious. But just rubbing that in, and this gives such a brightening effect. It's almost immediate. After you're done putting the primer, you can see how bright your face will look. The product comes in decent sizes, so you have a lot of product for the amount of money you're paying for. When I prime my face, I really make sure to work the primer into my skin, because what you don't want is for the primer to sit on your skin, and then when you go to apply your foundation and everything, it slides right off. So you want to make sure it goes into your skin properly and let that to sit and settle before you go in with your foundation. I'm also using the foundation from MUA Cosmetics as well. I forgot the shade color, but don't be alarmed. I know it looks a bit cray right now, but I couldn't get my shades. I got 2 different shades without shade matching, and it didn't match me the best. But this color I just used in the summer, that's my exact shade, and this other color is slightly darker. What I did was apply the lighter shade first, and then the darker shade I just went back in and sort of build up the areas where I needed a bit more coverage. You can see it matches better, but on its own it would have been too dark for my skin, so I just sort of did contour, concealer, a bit with foundation. Please don't be like me and go into the shop and get shade matched. I couldn't shade match myself because I didn't have the samples that I wanted to try on. I just went ahead and bought the first shade when I went in, and later went on, I think a couple of weeks after, I bought the second shade. Neither of them matched my skin perfectly, but mixed together it works perfect, and I refuse to buy a new one. So this blush is actually purple, but don't be alarmed. When you blend that in, it looks pink. In deeper complexion, it will look even lighter pink than it does on myself, and I love that it's so pigmented. I like to blend in the blush first with a little brush, and then I do this stage before applying my concealer. This just sort of makes that blush not too harsh, and it makes it look like it's coming from within, which is the look I'm going for today. I'm going for a very fresh, blushy look. Again, the concealer is also from MUA Cosmetics. I've had it for quite some time now. The writing has come off already. But when you apply, a little goes a long way. And I love how this blends. It doesn't dry out too quickly. It allows you time to blend it. And once you blend it, it does not crease as much as other products that I've tried before. So for the amount, it's actually a good quality product. So I am skipping the contouring step for this look because I do have a powdered contour shades from MUA Cosmetics that I'll be using as well. So I just go ahead, blend the concealer, blend it everywhere I've put it on my face, and make sure not to move it too much so it doesn't like spread my face, if that makes sense. To leave in the part of me blending because I wanted it to be realistic, because I do take time when it comes to blending. Like, you need to take this amount of time when it comes to blending. I know that says some people do the makeup real quick. I have somebody that I know that does the makeup in 10 minutes, they're done, but that could not be me. I take my time. If I have time, I'm going to take it, and this day I had time. So make sure you blend, and if you're taking your time, that's when you avoid, mistakes, avoid lifting, avoid creasing and all that. Just blend it, make sure it's smooth. If you're done blending, go over it again and blend again, just to make sure everything looks seamless and flawless before you go to set your face. Got to pick up a pressed powder from MUA Cosmetics, so I'm using my MAC Cosmetics finishing powder, and this is such a perfect shade match for my skin, and it's such a lightweight product. So you just get your powder puff, I just use that, rub that in, and before you go ahead and set your under eye, you want to blend it straight away, because by the time I was going with the powder and all that, my under eye could have been creasing, and we don't want that. So you just go ahead with the brush again, blend it down a bit, take your powder puff now, and then set it. Just press it in to the part where you want set first. Just press it in and make sure that it's smooth, and this is going to give you the best and flawless under eye look. So I have a loose powder from MUA Cosmetics, but I bought a radiating illuminating one, I think that's what it's called, and it's got a bit of glitter, and that's not a bit of me. I don't like too much of glitter, if that makes sense. I want it to be a matte look, so I'm going to be using my Makeup Revolution banana powder in shade light. It's a mattifying powder. I just go ahead and use that, go over where I've set with the pressed powder, just to give me a mattified look. I will still be using the pressed powder that I have, but later on, just to finish up my face. Can you see how flawless that looks? That looks so stunning. Anyway, once I'm done with my under eye, I go ahead with the same powder to set the rest of my face, just to make sure everything else is set and it won't move, because when you don't set the rest of your face, it might actually slide off throughout the day. So you want to make sure you're setting your entire face, not just your under eye, not just your, where you've put concealer. Make sure you set the entire face. I'm setting it with the MAC Cosmetic powder because that is closer to my shade, so I'm using that to set everywhere that I've put product on. Now it's time for brows. I'm going to be using MUA Cosmetic product for the brows. It's a double-sided gel and brush. I don't know what you call it, brush side. So it's got the brush side, it's got the two of them, and then it's got the side that has just a spoolie with the product. So I go ahead, I use that part to sort of brush my brows up. The other part is so precise and it's perfect if you have like fine hairs like myself. It helps to like brush the hair. You can really get in there and brush every single strand of your eyebrow, and it's perfect. This also this eyebrow pencil is also from MUA Cosmetic in the shade deep brown. I love how brown it is. It doesn't look like gray, it's very brown and it matches my eyebrows the best compared to other products that I've used from drugstore as well. So this is perfect. So you just go ahead, it's got tiny bristles for you to also brush the brows in place once you're done penciling it. So the other end, you can just brush your brows in place just to give it that fresh and blended look. Once we're done with the brows, it's time to now conceal and do a bit of eyeshadow. I'm not really doing much. I'm just going to do like a smoky liner look. So So I'm going to get the concealer that I used previously. I'm just going to apply that just to the tail end of my eyebrow to sort of sharpen it and shape it. I'm not really doing much to the front part of my brows because I don't want that part to be too light. I want that part to still match my skin tone. So I go ahead, put that concealer on there, and I get my concealer brush and I blend that in place. Again, to sort of prep my eye space for eyeshadow and liner, I just put a bit of concealer as well, and then blend that throughout my lid just to give it like a clean canvas for eyeshadow and liner. So I go ahead and blend that in. Just make sure you're not using too much product because the eye area tend to crease naturally. So if you're putting too much product on there, that's even a recipe for more creasing to happen throughout the day. So just blend that down. Just make sure there's not enough a lot of product on your lid. And then I'm going to go ahead and set this down because I'm not really doing too much eyeshadow on the lid area. I'm just going to take that loose powder that I used to set my under eye. I'm just going to take that powder and set my lids area as well, just to make sure it doesn't move and there's no creasing and there's no oils peeking throughout the day. Palette is the Obsession palette from MUA Cosmetics, and I can say that I'm actually obsessed with it because I find myself reaching out to this palette more and more each time I'm about to do any eye look. Because my eyelid is now flat, I'm just taking that brown shade to sort of define my eye a bit more and just to put it mainly in the crease area just to sort of deepen it. So after doing that, I go ahead and take a lighter brown color to sort of blend that in so there's no harsh line and it blends in with my eyelid as well. So I blend that. Just take your time. No need to, swipe too much. Just light swiping motion. If you see the handle of my brush, I'm not holding it too close to the brush. This allows you to be very light-handed when you're applying the product. The darker shade of the palette, I'm just taking a hanger brush and I'm going to do an eyeliner with this. I'm not really using any liquid liner for this step, so I'm just doing that. And I'm going to take another fluffy flat brush to sort of blend it out, to sort of smoke it out so that way it doesn't just look like a line. I'm just being careful because I have eyelashes on, so I don't want to disturb them too much, and also I don't want too much product on the lash lid, so I make sure to just apply as tiny as I can and then blend that out, apply again. I'm going to take a brown shade to sort of smoke out that blackish color so that way it doesn't look too harsh and it's softer when you look at it. Honestly, that's the best way to get a smoky eyeliner look. It's just to apply the product, blend it out, layer it up, blend it out, blend and blend and blend. That gives you like a smudged out eyeliner, smoky eyeliner look. Using that brush to sort of drag the end as well to make it a bit softer. You can see how that looks. That looks really cute. So with my under eye, I'm going to my waterline actually. I'm going to just get a Q-tip, wipe that out down a bit because it gets oily sometimes, and I'm just going to take a brown, not black, brown eyeliner, and I'm just going to line my waterline just lightly. Don't press too hard on it because your eyes will start watering, and if your eyes tend to water, just skip that part. So I'm going to do the same thing I did on the top part as well. Get that orangey color and then just sort of brush that and blend my under eye as well, just to give it sort of a smoky effect look. And you can see there already, it looks so beautiful. Remember I said that I was going to skip the liquid contour step. we're now at the stage where I need to do contour. So because you can see my face is a bit flat, it's not defined. So we're going to get the MUA Cosmetic pressed powder, again a deeper shade. All the product shade will be listed down below. Sorry, I don't remember what the shade color is. So just get that, and then I'll go ahead and contour my face lightly, not too much. We just want to give it a bit of dimension, you know. We don't want it to look too cut. We want it to look smooth and soft and subtle. Don't forget your forehead. I know people don't put makeup on your forehead. No, I put makeup on my forehead, otherwise it's gonna look crazy. Make sure you're putting makeup on your forehead, not too much though, because you don't want it to, you know, slide off your face. So I go ahead, I'm really taking my time, and you can see that contour there, it's really coming along nicely. So I just do tapping motion first, and then I do swiping motion after. I do the tapping motion just to sort of just small circular motion to sort of, you know, blend it into the skin so it doesn't look muddy. Now, I cannot forget the nose. You must do a nose contour. You can skip this step if you don't want to, but I always make sure I get my nose snatched however way I can, okay? So I just do a slight light contour there, just a little bit of product, and then just mainly in the middle. And then I like to bring it into my eyebrow, so it gives me that wolfy kind of look, like it gives it a nice sharp contour towards the brow area. I just go ahead and blend that out all together just to make sure it's not as harsh, but it's very smooth looking. This blush palette, talk about having old product. I have this palette from I think 2018 or 2019. It's been ages. You can see it's beat up, but I love that pink shade of blush, and I'm going to use that pink shade. And I think it was from Makeup Revolution. Yeah, it's from Makeup Revolution when I got it. I don't know if they still have it, but I got it then, and I really love the pink shade, and mainly that's the only shade I use, to be honest. So I just go ahead with my brush and then just blend that into my blush shade just to give me a subtle blushy look. Because I'm losing some of my eyelashes already, because this is like the week 2 or week 3 of me having the lashes on. So I had to like sort of reapply some at the end there so it doesn't look too scanty. So I use this Kiss eyelash glue. It's a dual-sided glue. It's got the glue on one side and it's got the sealing on one side. So I use the glue first, apply the lashes on, and then I use the seal to sort of seal it so the glue does not, you know, come off and it doesn't stick to my under eye. So I just go ahead, take your time in doing this part. You don't want to poke your eye, you don't want to get the product into your eye. And now we're almost done. It's time for setting spray. This setting spray is so perfect if you're an oily big girly and you need a matte setting spray. This does its thing. It does what it's supposed to do. So I'm heavy-handed, so one spray is not enough, so I have to go back in again and spray the face. Once that is dried off, now I'm going to use the pressed powder palette that I had, like I told you about I had before. I'm going to just use that. You can see it's a bit shiny. That's the sparkle from it. I don't really like it much as you know, to set my under eye. I only like it as a finishing powder. You can see there's a bit of glow where I put the powder. You can see it there. It's good, but not for me to like set my under eye. I only use it as a finishing powder, so to sort of bring a glow to my eye, my look. Now I've not shown powder on my forehead since, but I just also put this on just to give it a bit of, you know, glow. You can see how glowy that looks. If you're not a glowy kind of girl, skip this step. So this is my favorite lip liner. Actually, one of my favorite lip liner is a shade Obsession. Yeah, I have a thing for Obsession. You can tell by now. So I go ahead and line my lip. It's a very nudie brown lip liner. So if you're darker than me, this lip liner might not work for you because it might be too light for you. But for me, I think it's just perfect if I'm looking to do like a nudish, pinkish lip combo. And if you have a double lip, you can relate. You have to spread out your lip to be able to line it. Otherwise, if you line your lip when it's not, you know, resting stage, you're going to like line it incorrectly. So you just do that bit. Lipstick is also from MUA Cosmetic, is in shade Heroic, and I love how soft pink it looks. It's not too brown, it's not too like neutral, it's just a nice soft pink combo on my skin color. So I just put that in the middle section, blend that in. I find that when you press your lip together, that gives you the best blend than when you use a brush. So I just keep going into that lipstick and then pressing it together to make sure that it blends together. I'm going in with my lip balm. I love how creamy and juicy it makes my lips look. This product is worth it. I believe you can buy this in a pack, and it's cheaper that way if you buy it in a pack. But I love how this makes my lips so juicy. So now it's time for highlighting. I'm using again MUA shimmer, and I think this is in champagne. So what I do with this that makes my eyes pop is I get a flat brush and I sort of put it in the inner corner of my eye, like the tear duct area, sort of brighten the eyes. It gives it such a cute flirty look. So when you look up, it's like your eyes is just, you know, lit up. I love it. I love this step. And I go in, I highlight my nose because I have to have a cute button nose. If I don't have a cute button nose, what have I got? So I go ahead, use my finger to sort of blend that in so it doesn't look like I've got a line on my nose. So I just blend that down just to give it a nice subtle finish. Do what you want, but I feel like I'm slowly but surely getting back into looking like a glazed donut. I know it's very 2019, it's fine, but I just love applying shimmer and highlighter to my cheekbone now, and I think I love how it looks when it's well blended. Woo, look at that. Look how beautiful that looks. Guys, please let me know if you guys like more of talking videos. If this is okay, let me know, because I feel sort of awkward like talking throughout the video. If you guys just want the music, let me know. They do have their mascara, and their mascara is actually so nice. Bristol is wide enough to coat your lashes without clumping them together, and it gives a very dark color. The mascara that I've used in the past, you usually have to go in more than once to see that really black, you know, eyelash color, but with this one, only once is enough. Anyway, here is the final look. What do you guys think? I hope you guys enjoyed this. So this is the end of my get ready with me full face of MUA Cosmetics. Please leave your video suggestions down below. If not subscribed yet, please make sure to subscribe, like and share. I would like to grow more on this page. Also, let me know if you've tried any of MUA Cosmetics products. Give me a review if you'd like. I'm more than happy to respond. So if you think this video might help somebody that you know, make sure you send this video to them, share it to them so they have a bit of knowledge, because this might be the last time you see my video. So make sure you do that. I shall see you guys in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Peace and love. Bye.